Hello everyone, my name is Hemant Pandey, lecturer from the Department of Computer Engineering Shift A. So we will continue the chapter of microcontroller and application of mechatronic system. So let's start. In the last video lecture we have seen the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller, then architecture, and these are the different buses, data bus we have seen. So now let's start with the pin configuration of 8051 microcontroller. Okay. Now microcontroller is nothing but a chip, right? Now that chip has a different pins. So there are total 40 pins, right? And now we know that there are total 4 ports, okay? And each port is of 8 bit. And for 1 bit we need 1 pin, right? So you can see here from 1 to 8. Right, from pin number 1 to pin number 8 we have a port 1, right? How we will denote port 1? Port 1.0, port 1.1 till port 1.7. So port 1.0 to port 1.7 means total there are 8 pins. Okay, so 8 pins is for port 1. Similarly, from 9 is RST. Okay, from port number 10 to port number 17 again we have 8 pin for port 3, you can see there, and it have a alternative function also, means port 3, the pin for the port 3 is used for 2 function. One is for the port and second is for the alternative function. We will see what are the different function of that port 3. Similarly port 2, right, port 2 start from 21 and end to 28. Again port 2 has a different function, we will see that also. And then port 0 start from pin number 32 and end at the 39. Okay, so it have also alternate function. Now we also know that there is an address bus and data bus, right? Now for the data bus we have the pin number same, that port 0. Port 0 is used for address bus also, data bus also. Now data bus is only 8 bit, right? So we need only 8 pin. So the port 0 have basically 3 functions. One is using as a port, one is using as a data, and other is using as a lower bit of address, because address has 16 bit, right? So we need 16 pin. So the first 8 pin is used with the port 0, and the second 8 pin for the address bus is used at the port 2. Okay, I hope you understand. There are total 16 bit for address bus. So we need 16 pin. So the first 8 pin is the same as port 0, and the second 8 pin is using from the port 2. Okay. Now let us see what are the different functions. See here, pin 1 to pin 8. Okay. Port 1 uses the pin 1 to 8. Each pin is bidirectional, right? Because for the port we need to give input also and we need to take output also. So it is a bidirectional. Input output with internal pull-up resistor. Then pin number 9, it is a reset, right? RST means for reset. What do you mean by reset? Means if you will give 1 to that pin, all the function will reset. All the function will be reset and the memory will be clear. The flag will also be clear. Okay. All the value of the register will be lost after activating a power on reset. Okay. Pin 18 and 19, they are using for the interface an external crystal oscillator to get the system clock, right? So as I told you, oscillator, right? We have seen the oscillator in the architect, right? So that oscillator is connected to pin number 18 and 19. Pin number 20 is grounded because we need power supply for that. So for the power supply we need ground also. Pin number 21 and 28. Sorry, 21 to 28. So as I told you, pin 21 to 28 is nothing but your port 2. Okay. So 21, each pin is bidirectional, input output, pull up resistor. Beside the input output, when external memory is interface, port 2 pin act as a higher order address byte, right? So as I told you, higher order address byte means address bus having a total 16 pin, and the higher order, that is from 9 to 16. Okay, we use port 2. Okay. Pin number 10 to 17, port 3 uses the pin 10 to 17. Each pin is bidirectional input output with internal pull-up resistor. Okay. Beside the input output, pin port 3 also have some alternating function which will be seen. So this is alternative function. This line is not visible, but we don't have to worry because I have given one separate PPT for the alternating function of port 3. So you can see the port 3, that is pin number 10, is used as RXT, that is serial input. Receiving means input, right? Port 3.1, that is pin number 11, TXD, that is serial output. Port 3.0, that is pin number 12, external interrupt 0. Then 13 is external interrupt 1, that is INT1. 14 and 15 is for timer 0 and timer 1. And 16 and 17 are used for the memory write and memory read, right? Okay. So these are the alternating function of pin 8051. Okay, now there are few pins left. Pin 29, it is a program store enable, that is PSEN. Okay, it is an output pin and using this pin external program memory can be read, right? So means whenever we have to read the external memory, this pin should be activated to high. Pin number 30 is ALE, that is address latch enable. Now because you can see here the port 0 is transmitting address also and data also, right? So when we will come to know that it is sending address or data, so for that purpose we have ALE, that is address latch enable. Means if ALE is 1, it means the information is sending of address, means address is right now is activating, right? And if ALE is 0, it means data is sending from that pin. Pin number 31. Pin 31 is the external access pin. It is an input pin and must be connected from VCC or ground. If you want to access the code from the external program memory, then it must be connected with the ground. Okay. And if you want to use on-chip memory, that is internal memory, the memory which is provided in the chip, then it is connected with the VCC. Pin number 32 to 39 is a bidirectional use for the input and output, right? Purely. So this one, this pin, I am talking about this port 32 to 39, that is port 0. Okay. And pin number 40, that is last pin, is used for the power supply, right? As a microcontroller need a power supply, so we have to use this pin. That is pin number 40. Okay, so this is the pin configuration of 8051 microcontroller. So let's stop here. Okay, thank you.